Alright, so today we're going to be doing a video on how to fit your finger picks when you first get them. So let's get right into it. Alright, so most of the time when your finger picks come, they're going to be like this. Their bands are wide open and the blade is relatively flat. I'm going to show you how to fit them kind of like this. So these are my finger picks that I use. As you can see, the blade is pretty bent up around the finger, and when I put it on, it's pretty snug. You can see how crooked it is off my finger here. Now these picks, as maybe some of you know if you follow the channel, are the Yates Oval 8s. I just switched to these from the Ernie Ball Picky Picks right here. But a lot of players, they do use these, and I did use them for a while, but these are just a lot better when you want tone and for clarity and volume. So yeah, so let's get into the fitting process. Alright, so like I said, when you first get your finger pick, it's probably going to look like this. Now these are just a Dunlop. I don't use them, but they're pretty similar to any other pick you would get. So of course these are not like the same blade shape as the ones I use, but for demonstration purposes, I am going to use these because I don't really want to mess with these because they fit so well right now, and just don't want to mess them up too much. But yeah, these are also very expensive, so I don't have many other pairs laying around of the Yates. But anyways, so what you're mostly going to do is just, as you fit on your finger, your finger's going to be pretty loose on there, So the way I was kind of taught how to do this by a great banjo player down here in Florida by the name of John Applefaler. Probably some of you know who he is, and he's a great banjo player. He's a great person, and he told me how to fit those finger picks because he has pretty much a very similar hand to I do, where your finger is not very straight to the strings. You don't have to do this, the crow claw. So my hand's more like at a angle down instead of straight down, to where your fingers would hit parallel with the strings. And that's what we're trying to accomplish here. So that's why when you saw me have my finger picks on, that's why the one finger pick was like way crooked off the side, is because it's supposed to hit the string flat on. And I'll show you on the banjo later. So anyways, what you're going to do is you're going to take your pick and bend from the bottom. This is one important thing, so that the top blades do not really cut into you that much and it doesn't mess it up. So bend from the bottom and where you want to have it. So like for me, that's about where I want to have it, and believe me, this is all trial and error. It might take you a couple days to get them fitted how you like, because especially if you're moving from the picky picks to these type, so it's a whole new world. So you're gonna have to be a little patient with it. But I got pretty used to these within like a week or two. So it's not too long, but a couple days just to get them fitted right and feeling right to your fingers. But yeah, so for me, I like it about right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of cramp it down to where I think my finger will kind of be fit in there. And right about there, it just fit. So now, like I said, all trial and error. But you see how this pick, or this side of the band is bent more over? It's because I want it to fit like this. And it's pretty snug right now. It's not really coming off. So that's about where you want it if your hand is like me and it's not very flat. But like I said, it could be a little bit more this way, a little bit more this way. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's about where I like it. So you're just going to cramp that down, and like I said, see how the other one is more down? That's the way you want it, because it's going to fit snugger to one side of your finger pretty much. As you see, the top of the finger here, the band is over the cross is like on the side of the finger here. where like the two bands intersect, there it's on the side of the finger, and that's about where you want it. Like I said, if you know your hand is like me in any sort of way. So yeah, that's about where you want it there. And you can cramp this other one down to the side here just to make it more fit. And now we're going to get into the bending of the pick. So for me, I do like it a little bent around my finger, you know, the curve of your finger, to just make it slide off the string a little bit better. And I know some people, they like it flat like this, but me, I do like the curve in it. So I'm just going to put a little curve right there, and all you're going to do is just bend up. If it's too hard for you, I mean, maybe get a pair of pliers or something if you know you don't have the strongest hands. But because the ones I'm using are pretty thick. I'm not sure the thickness on these Yates, but I know these are pretty thick. They're a lot thicker than the Yates, and I do have some trouble sometimes to get these to curve a little bit. Sometimes you can put them down on a hard surface and kind of just smush them almost, just like kind of push on the bands to get it done like that. And you can see I got a little curve now. So now you're going to just fit it on there, and now you kind of can see that it is getting there. Like I said, I think I'll bend it a little bit more here just so that it fits more snug, and there you go. That's about where I would have it. Like I said, these Dunlops are a lot different from the Yates, but yeah, this is about where I would have these Dunlops set. And for my my middle finger, that was just the index, but most of the time people's middle finger will be pretty flat. As you can see on my Yates, my middle finger is pretty much dead on with my with the straightness of my finger. It's not really crooked off to the side or anything. It's just, I just kind of put it on and it's set. So yeah, and you can see the bands. I didn't do anything crazy with the bands. I kind of just put them together and smushed them down so it just fit my finger. And I would highly suggest, if you're looking at picks, if the brand, I think Datsun picks have this too. The small band, the Yates, the Warren Yates picks, the Yates Oval 8s, they have the small band, and this is what I'm using. As you can see, these have an extra hole. So they got 3 holes. These have 2 holes. So you can see there, it's got 3 holes. This one's only got 2. And then it's got just the cutoff band there. So that's what I use because I do have smaller fingers. And yeah, so that's what I kind of use to fit finger picks. But yet again, like I said, for your middle finger, if you're like me and you have a hand style like me, and I'll show you mine when I get my banjo here, and what my hand looks like and how these picks will fit. So I'll just kind of quickly go over this one again. This one I'm just going to cramp down a little bit here. Now, with the large bands, if you do have small fingers, you will have to cramp the bands over themselves. So, you know, they'll be overlapping. But it's not really a big deal. If they do hurt, then just kind of refit it. But, yeah, that's about good for me right there. And, like I said, just cramp it from the bottom again. And these, when they do start overlapping, you are going to have to just pinch a little bit on the top if you need to. And then again, we're just going to push that blade. Just push it up a little bit so you get that little curve in your finger there. Try to put them on here and see how they fit. I think that's pretty good for me, but like I said, trial and error again. This is not a one-stop thing where you fix them one time, put them on, and that's how you're going to have them. No, there's so many different ways you can fit them, and that's why I say this is why I wanted to do this video, because I was having a hard time to get these finger picks to work. As you can see, these are my old finger picks. These are the old picky picks right here, and they are straight as a board. There's no crookedness in them, anyways. Anyway, these are straight to my finger, and this is what I used for a long time. I didn't switch to these until like 2 months, about a month and a half ago at this point. So yeah, these have been, oh, I love these. I've been so happy with them that they're just so comfortable. You just feel like you're such more in control. I go back to the picky picks and I feel like I'm not even like wearing anything. It feels so weird. But yeah, the picky picks, like I said, I love them. I think they are great picks, but for me, they just didn't work out. So these are another pick I used. As you can see, these are really really wonky. Yeah, this was like my first set that I tried to shape, and you can see they're pretty wonky, and how these just look all like cramped up. The blade's all bent, because I tried to fit it a certain way and it just did not. But those are about ruined, those picks. But yeah, so like I said, just try to fit them the best you can, and don't get upset if it's not working right. Put them down, come back to it an hour later or something like that, because I know it's frustrating. I went through it. It is frustrating to get the different types of picks to fit, especially when you're coming from a picky pick, and you have to be cautious about how you strike with your hand. And I didn't have to really change up my hand position that much. That's about how my hand sits on my banjo. Just about like that. It's not the crow claw, where it's all scrunched up and straight down. It's not like this, but it's just kind of neutral. I just kind of plop my hand wherever my wrist kind of lays down. That's about where it is. But like I said, everybody's hands is different, and personally, I would suggest to try to get an arch in your hand. I do have a pretty big arch. As look at my banjo here. We'll get this thing. I do have a pretty big arch, as you can see. I'm not like this, or not like this, flat on the head. I kind of just drop the elbow back and just kind of plop my hand on the strings. As you can see, like I said, I do have a pretty big arch, and that is a great thing too, is to get your volume from your banjo is having an arch. It gives you good clarity and good, just makes it easier to play too. So that's what the Yates fitted on, and I'll switch to the Dunlops to show you guys how those kind of fitted. And that's about where I have them right there. That's where I'm going to play with them. And you can see my hand. Sorry, the banjo's out of tune a little bit. Don't mind that. It's a banjo. It's always going to be out of tune. But, as you can see, I don't really know how to show this, but they're pretty... My fingers come back at an angle. They do this motion. They come back. They don't... I could play with the crow claw, but it's more comfortable for me to do this way, and it works pretty good. So now I'm going to show you the Dunlop and how they sound. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I mean, I hope this video helped. I know it was kind of a different video. And that's probably about good. I would put a little bit more curve in these picks, but that's about it. Like I said, it's a big trial and error thing, but I hope that kind of, there you go, that's a lot better there. I hope that kind of helped you guys out a little bit, because I know, like I said, it is frustrating. And yeah, I just want to do that video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about any of this, leave it in the comments down below. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. That's about it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.